Here we have the Tiger Wall 3. We like a bit of space and we don't like a lot of weight, so you'll kind of see what we've done. So yeah, this is the Tiger Wall 3 carbon. So it is a bit of a considered purchase. Wait for a good exchange rate from Big Agnes. We've had this tent now over a year. We've done lots of miles in it, we've camped lots of evenings in all sorts of conditions, and it's been absolutely perfect, which we pretty much thought it would be. And it's a warning that comes on the tin. Big Agnes says straight away, look, this tent's not for everyone, you've got to be careful with it. Now we're careful with all our stuff, yeah, I've got tents that I've had 25 years and been to some of the highest mountain ranges in the world, and I've lugged a 4 kilogram Mountain 25 North Face with me for decades, and that's what I'd use on the high mountains. But in this country we're going to be trekking spring, summer, autumn. Anything else we'd take something more substantial, just to be sure, but touch wood, we've had no problems with this. So as you can probably tell, it's a Dyneema fly, and poles are carbon, which is obvious from the name, and it's a nylon inner tent. Now Big Agnes also recommend purchasing the footprint, just to save the Dyneema bathtub from any abrasion, just to prolong its life really. But the thing you can do once you've got the footprint is you can do a footprint and fly only. So in summer months, or you just need a shelter, then you can have one. And believe me, this is so light. I've got some weights and measures for you later, yeah, it's pretty light for a 3-person tent. And I think not only is it a 3-person tent, it's a generous one at that, with vestibules and doors on both sides, everything's lightweight. It's Dyneema, so you've not got a lot of seams on the tent. What you do have is you've got reinforcing patches wherever you've got cross members or tent poles, patches here. As you can see, I've pitched it very quickly. There are extra tie-out points. I've got one there and one on the back of the tent here on each side. There we go. So it's not going to be a very long video, but just to show you inside and then give you some weights and measures. And as I say, we can happily camp in here with bags inside and only boots and cooking gear in the vestibules. We use for our general, obviously these are 4 season, these mats, these are the Neo Air. We couple those together with a Thermarest double topper, and we have a quilt, and that's how we like to camp. So come on, have a look inside the tent. As you'd expect, there's little toggles, if you can find them, just to keep the flaps back. Oh, missus. It's very lightweight toggle system. There we go. There we are. So let's have a look inside the tent. Give you an idea of the space. One thing I do like, and it's not just particular to this tent, at least when you have the door unzipped, it doesn't flop on the floor, so you're going to just trip on it. Now I know there's ways around that, tucking it back and whatnot, but I just like that. I think the company, they're out of Colorado, and I think they've been going about 20 years, but they seem like they know what they're doing. You know, they've done a lot of backcountry hiking and backpacking and God knows what else. So they decided to form a company just to create gear that they wish they had, and I like that. Right, let's get it. So again, you can fasten the door up. There we go. Very lightweight, just does the job, that's all. And there's attachment points in the centre, on the sides, at the front and the top for a gear loft that we purchased actually. I'll just show you, I won't clip it in, but it pretty much covers the whole top here. As you can see, there's plenty of headroom. Although I'm not the tallest person in the world, I'll give you the measures so that you can figure out for yourself whether that's enough. But we never had a problem getting changed and whatnot inside the tent. As you can see, the floor's Dyneema, hence the recommendation to take this footprint. Now, we've purchased two footprints actually because the UL3 has a footprint. They don't sell it with the carbon, but I wrote to them and they said, yeah, it does fit. It still fits this tent footprint. They have a footprint that actually covers both vestibules as well. So we purchased that, and the reason is easily explained. Is that if it's summer, you're not going to get water in this area. It's just nice to have even more floor area that's kind of your own, so to speak. So we bought both. So there we are. Let's see what we've got pocket-wise. Look here, we've got a pocket in each front corner. We've got pockets here with a little hole for your music or your headphones or whatever. And there's absolutely oodles of space in here for ventilation at the bottom and at the top. And one of the things we liked about this is it's more solid, obviously very thin material, but more solid generally. One of the things that you probably know that we've got a Mongar, which we really like, we love in fact. The thing with it, it's really drafty. It might sound daft in the middle of summer, you want that. But obviously when you're in the moors, when you're in the lakes and you're high up, what you don't want is a really drafty tent. You might as well be in a bivy bag or something. Anyhow, I don't think there's much else to say about this other than giving you some weights and measures and the fact that we really like it. And the reason for the purchase was we'd done some really long hikes in the Dales, took Martina to all my favourite places in the Dales, and we did kind of an ad hoc hike, reliving a little bit of my youth really, just wanting to show Martina some of my favourite parts of the Yorkshire Dales. We hiked the Cleveland Way, we hiked the Dales Way, which is beautiful, and I've never done that before, which is amazing, but that was lovely. And after the Cleveland Way, we decided that we wanted to cut down on weight, basically, and enjoy our hiking more. There was a time when I didn't care. You just pack your bag and off you go, and you walk forever. Well, those days are behind me, and now we really want to cut down on weight, equal enjoyment for us. So we can carry us camping gear, we can carry us some food, we can carry all our cooking equipment, and as luxuries as well. But with not being 15 kgs, which we were at one point, which is ridiculous really. Don't know what I was thinking. Anyhow, that's it. Let's just show you, if I can find it, the other footprint, and then do some weights and sizes. So I've got a weight, so you can see the area. Just look at the area that you get. So you can see this footprint's the same, but with the vestibules. You can see that enough probably. Tape there, and I've got a weight for that because obviously we bought this as an extra. Let's have a look now at my little cheat sheet. That's the gear loft, incidentally. It's a bit more like a thong, isn't it? Anyway, so it just sits like that across the top. So it's not huge. I can't remember how much it was, but when you're spending ridiculous money really on a tent, but we'll have this now. We'll have this forever. You know, this tent's, we're going to look after it. You do get Dyneema patches with it, which I promptly lost. Wrote to Big Agnes, and they just sent them free of charge straight away. I didn't have to beg or plead or part with any money. They just sent them out. No problem. Here you go. And I'm not saying they'd do that forever, but I don't know. They seem really good, and we're really happy with the tent. I think that's probably coming across. And the thing is, when you do purchase something that's considered, you really need to be happy with it, don't you? So anyway, especially if you're from Yorkshire. Anyhow, that's it about the tent. Let's see what the weights are. So I've got this is straight out of Big Agnes. I've just printed it off, and we just weighed this to confirm it just 10 minutes ago. So what they call the trail weight is 822 grams, which is pretty light for a 3-person tent. So yeah, we're happy with that. The small footprint is 142 grams. The large footprint is double that at 283 grams. And considering we can share the weight of this tent between two, that's not even half a kilo each. You know, it's just incredible. In fact, it's so light is this tent that we don't share it. I just stick it in my bag. It's like, so what, you know? And to go back to the Mongar, that's not a heavy tent. It's fantastic, and for the price point, it's like, wow. I don't know. It's like Caterham 7 whizzing round a track and then trying to get an American muscle car to keep up with it. It's no chance, and the costs just don't compare at all. But as I say, we wanted to get the weight down, and that's our main driver for purchasing this tent. And I've seen another couple of reviews of Big Agnes recently, which reminded me that we'd had one for a year. Yeah, they seem really, really well thought out, really well made. So what else do I need to tell you about this? Pack size, it says here 15 by 47 centimetres. Now, the pack size means nothing to this tent. I could sponge this down to almost nothing, but guess what? I don't. I leave it in the bag it comes in, because I do want to look after it. I'm not mollycoddle in it. You can't. After 15 miles hiking, what you want to do is pitch the tent and bugger off to the pub. You know, and then when you wake up in the morning, you get some food down you and you want to be off. So there's only so much care you can take with a tent. So I leave it in the bag it came in, and this is the bag it came in. And I don't compress it any more than that, even though I could just fold it over very easily, probably without causing it any damage. Who knows? But we're going to look after it. Okay, any weights that I've forgotten, just give me a shout, drop a line. We've done a few reviews now, not much of us gear. We like to just post stuff on our hikes, really, just to remind ourselves, and we look back on them and stuff like that, and we put them on YouTube so that mostly our family and friends can see what we're up to. Not done much recently, but the weather's fining up, and we'll get about once things calm down in our work lives. Anyhow, so the gear loft's 20 grams, the pegs are 100 grams, the poles 278 grams. But as I say, the overall weight is well under a kilo, and you could get it down further. The pegs are really substantial. They're aluminium. They're really thick. DAC aluminium. My friend bought me some carbon pegs for Christmas, which just I don't know. You could cut the weight down on this tent by just changing the pegs out. Anyhow, that's it. Any other questions? Just leave a comment and we'll get back to you, which we do, and we really like the comments. It's, you know, there's so many lovely people that enjoy our sport, and generally I feel that we're a community. When was the last time you went to the lakes and you didn't nod or smile or say hi to the person coming the other way? I think it's something we've got in this country that we should be proud of, no matter what goes on in your work lives and, I don't know, in your towns and in your neighbourhood. When you're out in the hills, there's just mutual respect, and it's great. It's lovely to see people taking to it. So that's it from us, myself and Martina, and our Tiger Wall 3 carbon. If you're considering it, give us a shout. We'll let you know what we think if we've missed something. Wait for a decent exchange rate. Yeah, we're delighted with the tent, as you can can tell. Thanks for listening. If you've got this far and not turned off or lost the will to live. Anyhow, see you soon. Bye.